Hi, good evening, everyone. My name is Miss Carrie, Sister Carrie, or Teacher Carrie. I want to tell a little story. I want to start this video. I want to help others to understand how we come across life. Everybody come across life differently in different ways. But before I go any further, I want to pray with you. Father in heaven, I want to thank you, oh God, for each and every one of us. Be with everyone across the globe who's watching this video or who will be watching this video. Lord, let it inspire, let it uplift, let it teach, let it help, whatever the help may be. I pray in your high and holy name. Amen. So, my story is I'm a teacher for 23 years, certified 15 years. Um, I love my job. I love working with kids. One of the best things about working with children, I work with infant to 6 years old. I can go up until second grade, yes, but I stuck with infant to six. One of the things I enjoy watching the kids grow. When they're babies and you sing like a songs to them and they, respond with their hands and their foot. Like you say, this like a piggy went to market, you start saying that, they start touching their toes. And, when you start singing the song, clap your tiny hands or if you're happy and you clap your hands, they start, rock their body and they will clap. Things like that. Then you realize that they're progressing. You would call a teacher name and say, oh, that teacher calling you. And they would turn and look at the teacher that tell you they know the person, they can respond. When they hit toddler now and they're learning to walk and crawl, you know, you said, go over there and get that. They can get up and they can do it. And they try to say words to you, one or two words. Then they hit older toddler and they can talk and they can say a sentence, not clear. And you listen, some of them have list tongue. Some of them can barely say the words. And that to me is progress. It's cute. It give me joy just watching that. One of the best things to me, when they hit 3 to 5 now, that's preschool. Oh, and they start talking and they tell you their stories at home and they tell you things that happen and they try to enunciate and pronounce and you listen to the words and it's so much joy hearing it. Oh my goodness. I want to just burst out in laughter every time I hear these kids. They are amazing to me. I love them. So, what I want to share with you guys is the fact that loving your job is a good thing, loving what you do is a good thing. But when you have bosses who undermine you, it hurts. And I have been hurting for some time. I was sticking it out, and now I decide I wanted to make this video, this YouTube video for the past year or so, 2 years or so. But I keep on saying, oh no, and I find in excuses all sort of different. Oh, it's not the time yet. I don't have this. People not gonna like it. All these different things. And I just say, I'm just gonna put it out there. I don't know if anyone gonna like it. I do not know if anyone will like it, but I'm putting it out there. I don't know what I will get from it. But I want to share with you, being a boss, we need to not be so high up on our ego. And I have a boss who believe that, everything is just about whatever she says. So I work in a setting with a lot of Asians. My boss is an Asian, Chinese per se. And I learned that she do a lot of things unorthodox. And when I say unorthodox, it's not like it will make sense in the end. Some of it is just not up to the EEC pars. But knowing me, I'm the kind of person, I love to give people chances. I don't undermine. When I first started there, one of the things, it was right in the COVID time. Um, they comb the children here. 'Cause, Asian kids here get shagger up really quickly. And they used to comb the children here. And I turned and I said, you using the same comb for everybody? She's like, oh yeah, we're Chinese. We're okay. Nothing wrong with us. I started thinking, I said, what about lice? What about the sweat? I mean, they say you can catch COVID from sweat and all that. Oh no, the kids are fine. No, 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 we don't have it. Da, 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 da. I was like, okay. So at that time I said, no, I'm not coming to here. You can have your assistant do it. Now, that I could report, I didn't. There's many things I could report, but I did not do that. Right? She used to hit the kids. Like one little girl she sent to my class. She knew how to pee, but she was always nervous, and I taught her. So one day she nap. And I'm new to her. And I don't know if anybody know this, but when you have new children and they're not comfortable with you, they have a lot of different accidents. It can be pee, it can be spilling their food, it can be not knowing how to speak to you. They're scared, all of these things because you're new to them. One of the things with Asian children, they are not exposed to black people very easily, and they think black people are stupid because their family talk about us like that, to be honest with you. So this particular little girl, she came to my class. She was a bit nervous with me, but when she found out how nice I am, oh, she's my best friend. Trust me. And she came and she peed, and I did. This was my first incident with a child peeing on themselves. And I go and I said to her, I don't have any change of clothes, or can I get some clothes for her? She go, I'll take her, I'll take her. I said, no, you don't have to take her. Give me, I know what to do. No, 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 you don't do that. I said, yes, that's a part of my job. I'm supposed to do this. She insisted. She took the kid. I don't know what sent me to the classroom to go get something else I needed. She got the child in the bathroom, spanking the child. I turned and I said, no, that's not how you do it. Don't do that. No, I never reported it. Never once. I've seen she hit the kids, she pulled them in the car. She do a lot of stuff. I've never reported it. Never once. I tell myself, I'm just going to teach her how to be. And I did that. I tried to. And I did. I tried to do things as an example for her to see me, not to tell her because she's the boss. Not every boss want to be told. So we have to be careful. As I said, you can be a little more than your boss. So be careful how you present yourself. So I present my by just doing things, hoping she will learn from it. Lo and behold, she didn't. But anyways, the little girl came to my class. I took her, take care of her, and I said, anytime you want to pee, just let me know. I said, if you have an accident, I will not tell her again, okay? We'll just figure it out. And she had an accident a couple of times. I never tell her, I just tied up, send it home. And one day she was like, why her clothes changed? Oh, she had something spill on her. I just take care of it. No problem. She's fine. Don't worry about it. And the parent came and said to me, she peed on herself. I said, yeah. Miss Thing says she spilled. I said, oh, it's a misunderstanding of words. Miss so-and-so said it, she spilled. So I said, no, I'm not going to, tell them anything. You have to be discreet about stuff. And I had to do that. Anyways, as we go along. Now, she and I fell out. I was elsewhere working at another center. And I went away on my vacation. I came back. When I came back, this young lady I had, oh, hallelujah. I walk in the class, this girl starts screaming at the top of her lungs at me. I was like, what? I walk up to her while I said, listen, I'm not screaming at you. Please do not scream at me. I am not in the yelling mood right now. The way that child screamed, I had a headache, real headache. I said nothing. Okay, we get ready. We went outside going for the walk. I know every time I walk around this particular neighborhood, there's a particular lady, she loves to watch through the window. She always watches. And I pay attention, I'm watching, I'm saying, we're walking, this girl was screaming. When we get there, she still was screaming. I stopped right in front of the lady house. I looked at her, I said, listen to me. You want to scream? Go ahead. You can go and let the lady call the police. And I'll leave you with her. Because you nor the lady are not going to get me in trouble. She's not going to watch and go call nobody and get me in trouble. And you're going to start screaming in the street. You need to stop now. Because no one is hurting you. No one is hitting you. No one is yelling at you. Stop it. So I realized that she tests people when she does things like that. Or she just have issues. Anyways, that was my observation at that moment. And my diagnosis at the moment too. But that was not the diagnosis. Anyways, so continue on. While we were continue walking, a couple of my kids said, oh, Miss Carolyn, I miss you. I'm glad you're back. So I said, thank you. They said, no, Miss Carolyn, you don't understand. I said, what do you mean? Oh, from she comes, she screams. And the other teacher who was there couldn't handle her. She just screams, and she is annoying. And when it was just annoying just now. And I'm so glad you stopped it. Thank you, Miss Carolyn. I'm like, oh, you guys are welcome. That touches my heart. To be honest with you, it touches me. I was shocked to know that from she entered the building, she's been acting like that. Anyways, we got into class when the girl would scream and throw tantrum and, oh my goodness. So I would be so calm until one day I said, okay, I'm going to twist the method. So I scream back at her. When I scream, she draw back and she jump and she... I said, oh, Okay. Hmm. Now I understand. So you do it to test me because that's what you do at home with your parents. All right. We're going to work this out. When it's nap time now, I'd sit with her, try to keep her calm. The girl would just scream. But then I realized that my boss was encouraging it because my boss is, I don't know what my boss was looking for from me, but she would tell the kids to do things. If I, like, for example, I figure them out and today I get everything nice and calm. The next day and I saw her. I literally heard her one day telling the kids that a couple of the kids how to behave and stuff like that. And I said, don't come in here with it. Whomever, I don't even tell them what I know. I said, whomever tell you to do those things, don't do it. They look at me like, I'm like, you can look at me, but I'm telling you, I don't want that in here. But I still do it anyways because then the boss now will come because they have camera watching you in the building. And believe me, I know the camera is watching me. When the kids yell, I yell back. I said, you can do the video because I'm not going to be afraid. If you come at me with it, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say, listen, you cannot bring a child in here behaving like that and expect me to just sit and take it. I'm not going to walk out of a job because of a child. Children need to know when to stop. And as a boss, you need to stop encouraging wrongs. And that's what my bosses has been doing to me. I struggle with these things. And people don't realize it tires you out. It hurts you. And they don't realize they hurt. And then the worst, they look at you as a bad person. And because one of the things, you're Jamaican, you're strong, especially me. In for me terms, I'm a where the backside. Because every time things like that, in my head, make, oh, where the backside I go on here, so. You know? These are the things I look at. And I'm like, oh, no, not easy at all. Because for me, word in time, I where the backside I go on. On a mad smaddy. You know? So when me sit down and me look at it, I say, no, sir. So I started to like, no, this. Mm-mm. So I start setting rules with them and I get very strong and stern. Oh, you're rough with the kids. You're mean to the kids. No, I'm not mean and I'm not rough to the kids. I am letting them know that I am not putting up with that. Mommy and daddy do that. Sister Carolyn, Miss Carrie, Sister Carrie don't do that. Miss Carrie don't do those things. I got 3 kids and they are strong as heck. Trust me. And they got their verbiage is out there too. And I don't mean curse. They will answer me back. They will speak to me. But I get back at them, listen, I'm your mama. And if I say da 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 da, that's what I meant. We're not going beyond it. We're not going after it. We're staying right where it is. And that's how I deal with my students in my classroom. Unfortunately, the bosses, they want to put me on a melting pot like I'm supposed to. And no. So when I stand out, I get blamed for a lot of things. Oh, you're mean to me. I'm not. They literally will tell the kids to hit me and stuff like that. No, I'm serious. I'm not joking. And I tell them, if you hit me, I'm hitting you back. I literally tell the kids that. I said, I don't hit you. Don't hit me. So if you hit me out of no reason at all, I'm going to hit you back. And I tell them straight. I don't hide things from them. I let them know. Because of that, they look at me like, like, who are you to do that? You're not supposed to do that. My mama don't hit me. Your mama don't hit you, but you're not hitting your mama. When your mama trying to teach you, you're hitting a teacher who's trying to teach you and to see good come out of you. You know the joy? Just recently, a month ago, a young lady graduated with my son. I taught her in daycare. I taught that little girl in daycare, and she graduated from high school. You know the joy in my heart to see that? I hugged her and I said, oh, we're coming from far. She laughed and she said, hi, good to see you, da, da, da. And, I was so proud to see that. I'm like, that's me. I love children. I love them from they down there till they're up. I love to see, I want to see them excel. I want to see the best out of them. And I try to do my best to teach them the best I know, what I know, even my own children. I want to see them grow. I want to see everybody get something in life. I don't care what your goal is, what you're going after. I want to see it for you. And I want you to aim at it and get it. And with that, I go through that with that child. I remember one day that same particular young lady I'm speaking about who loves to scream. She had on a beautiful pink dress and somehow the pink dress get damaged with some water. And she couldn't keep it on. It was really wet. So I said, I have to take it off. Oh, she screamed and she cried. No, no, no. I want to keep on my dress. I want to keep on my dress. I said, no, honey. You can't keep it on. You'll get sick. Oh, I don't mind getting sick. I said, oh. I don't have money to pay your doctor's bill, honey. So no, I don't want your mommy come charging my boss or charging me. No, we can't send you home like that. So she take off the clothes. She wouldn't put anything on. You know what I did? I took her to the classroom just in the underwear, just like that. Yeah. And I was sitting there, and she have a black pants she could put on with a t-shirt. She want the t-shirt because the t-shirt have pink and colorful rainbow, all different colors. So she loved that. But the pants was just pure black. Oh, she didn't want that pants because it wasn't pink. So I said, okay, come on. All the kids started laughing. I said, no, you're not going to laugh at her. She's different. She don't do things like us. She started to cry. I said, no, you're not going to cry. You're a big girl. You're going to sit beside me right here. And I put the chair beside me. We were doing some activities and we were talking and having a good time. While I was there, I was like, she touched me on my leg. I said, you like my black pants? I said, yeah. I said, you have a black one. You want to put it on too? Let's match in. When I did that, yeah, I want to like Miss Carolyn. She put it on. You know, the boss came in and have an attitude about, what are you doing? I'm like, she's putting on the clothes. Why you had her naked? I said, I didn't have her naked. You know, we have to strategize with these kids. And sometimes the bosses are like, they undermine what I do. I wouldn't say you or anybody else. I feel like I'm undermined because I don't know what people looking for, these bosses looking for from me, but I know what I'm looking for myself. I love them. And if I didn't, I can be, I'm not going to deny that I'm not a bit rough around with them, but I can be calm and nice also with them. I go always with them. But it's how they come after you. You have to go with them how they come until y'all build up a momentum and then everybody will flow. You have to understand that many of these kids are white, they're Asian, they come from all different backgrounds. And many of them don't like black people because their parents already instilled that in them. People don't see what we deal with as teachers. I see and know what I have to deal with. And it's tough. It hurts every day dealing with it. But you see what I start off with before I start off this video? A prayer. That's what keeps me every day. Every day. Now, I was telling you about my first boss with the hair and the comb. She now wanted me back because she needed help. Now, this boss has never been nice to me from day one, you know. But you see me know when God is working in a female life. And you see when you know say God I work with you, you say, thank you, Father, hallelujah, praise the Lord, jump up and down. You know, I went back because at the other one, the boss was just like making me look bad all the time. Yeah, kids come in there, want to do whatever they want to do. You're trying to tell her, she's trying, everything I do right, she tried to mess it up. And then I'm like, this was oh, I didn't see it. Because she just want to pull me down. I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? What is it that you hate about me so much? She would do anything. And I saw it. And I'm like, that's not the atmosphere I want to be in. I mean, the other lady, she get on my nerves, but I could work with her because I understood. But then what I thought I understood, I didn't understood at all. I got there, the woman started telling all these new teachers that are there all sort of negative about me. And I'm like, ignoring it, prior, ignore, prior, ignore. Till the worst thing happened. I still don't know the story, but I'm going to share what I understand. I was at the park with a bunch of the kids when that same young man, the young man who was a young man who, when I first started there, he was in another class. They sent him to mine because all the teachers don't know how to deal with him. Now, this young man know how to use the bathroom, but he don't know how to pull his clothes down and he don't know how to pull it up. And this young man is 3 years old. Now, I'm looking at it this way, like, wow, how come the teachers are not doing that? And then the boss go, oh, these teachers are good. I have do my observation by walking around and watch how all these teachers work. And I realize they're good, but they're not good at influencing the children. They are not good at getting the children in the right motive of how they should be at the level they're at. So watching all of that, I realized that I am doing what I'm supposed to do, but I'm not getting enough credit for it. Anyways, I let go and let God. I watch everything, watch how everybody is going and see it. Anyways, this young man comes to my class. I start teaching how to pull down his clothes. He would scream at me when he can't get it down. I said, don't yell at me. Until one day, I get serious. He don't stop screaming and yelling. So I scream back at him. And when he see that I would scream at him, now he start learning. He start pulling it down and he start pulling it up. He start pulling it down. And I would say, okay, you pull the front, I pull the back, until he learned how to do it by himself. And that's how we started to work. Now, when it comes to the toys, he didn't know how to make a Lego. He didn't know how to write. He didn't know how to color. He didn't know how to say the ABCs. He didn't know how to count, nothing. So I started teaching. He wouldn't even sing some of the songs sometimes. So we started singing. He started singing with us. We started doing ABCs. He started doing it with us. And I get him to start doing things. But one other thing he always does, he loves to take away the kids' toys. Like the kids would make stuff with the toys and he would grab. I said, no, they make theirs is for them here. And I'll teach him how to make stuff. So he start learning. He gravitates to me. Anything he wants to me. If something happened, another teacher come, Miss Carolyn, Miss Carrie, he run to me. He run out to me. Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie. He comes to me. And I would, gladly grab him and say, okay, come on. So this particular day now we went to the park. I don't know, I felt the vibe that something was not right. But I felt like there was a dislikeness. So I felt like they set me up. I was set up. We went to the park. I saw these people, never seen them before, come to the park, and they all focusing on me. I couldn't understand the focus, but I watched. Anyways, before they came to the park, this particular teacher is not the child teacher. The child is in my class. I don't know what he did, but I know previous before that I was teaching them how to spit, and they need to step aside from the group, go to a corner and spit when they're outside. If you're going to spit, spit in the bathroom, in the toilet. That's what I teach them. So I don't know what happened. All I know, I'm walking around, observing the kid. And the young man grabbed me. Miss Carolyn, Miss Carrie, Miss Carrie. I was like, what's going on, baby? What happened? The teacher was there. I'm talking to him. This is the Asian teacher. I was like, okay, what's up? What's going on with him? I need him to listen to me. I said, okay, then tell him that. Well, he's not listening to me. I was like, I looked at him. I said, what's happening? I don't like her. I don't like her. I'm like, why don't you like her? What happened? What she do? She want to hit me. I said, what? Why she want to hit you? I was like, why you want to? Oh, and I'm not hitting him. I'm talking to him. He did something wrong. What did he do? He's spitting. Who is he spitting at? He spit at me. I said, he did that? I said, I didn't taught you to spit at anyone. Why you spit at her? You don't do that. That's not nice. So she tell him to go in timeout. He wouldn't go. So I had to, do it. Because believe it or not, half these kids, they get in trouble. The teachers can't put them in timeout. The teacher can't talk to them. They get rude. I have to go there and say, listen, your teacher speak to you, sit down. And they listen to me. Okay? And I don't, just like how you hear I talk, you come and say, excuse me, what you did was wrong, That's not nice to act to your teacher. Your teacher loves you and you need to listen. Sit in this chair for 5 minutes or for 2 minutes or whatever the time frame the teacher said, and you'll be okay? Just listen to you. And they're like, okay, and they would sit. This is how I talk to them. Okay. I don't know what happened. She said he won't be getting up from the playground. He won't be playing at all. That's what she said. So she told him to sit. Now, this teacher, her time was up, so she had to leave because we all go in increments of time. So she left. She never said anything else to me. I put the boy in timeout, for her. And she don't say nothing to me. I don't know what to do now. So I let him know. So he got up. I was like, teacher said you have to sit there. I felt like he shouldn't be sitting there, but following her protocol then more likely. I don't know what transpired. He got up and he left. I'm like, you're not supposed to sit there. You get back here. I didn't yell at the child. Somehow, according to them, they said there's a video and I yell at the child. That was what they said. I don't know the story. I haven't seen the video. I haven't heard anything. I don't know nothing. But the blame was put on me. All right. I'm sitting there waiting for DSS to call me or the boss to call me in the office and sit me down with the other teacher and lady and explain to me because I got the rep, I got the rep. They don't got nothing. They get to write a report. I don't get to write anything. Yeah. And they're saying it's me. And then she come yelling at me in the whole building shouting, this Asian lady, it's bad. I'm like, inside of me, I don't even feel an ounce of guilt because I don't know anything about it. Nothing at all. And I'm like, how is it bad? I'm like, what did I do? I'm like, I didn't do anything. So I'm sitting there like, not feeling guilty, but I don't feel right. So I want to know. So I said, give me the contents. Let me see the contents. I already take care of it. You're all set. Like, that's not how it works. You're supposed to sit me down, show me the contents, tell me what's going on. I don't have to do anything else about it. All you have to do is share it with me. You're supposed to. That's the protocol. That's the rule. I'm supposed to know what is said about me. only thing I want to do that my record is clear and I want to see it for myself. Because at this point now, I'm not trusting anyone because I don't know what happened. But I'm getting blamed for something I don't know. So that hurted me to a point where, like, you asked me to train this lady. You give me a classroom with 4 kids with disability. You're not raising my pay. I ask you to raise it because the work you're giving me is heavy. I walk in a classroom where a little girl was in there, already potty trained at home, but she won't use the potty at school because she is not comfortable. I had to go as far as buy one of those like a toilet seat that you can put over the big toilet to let them sit. Now this is my classroom where there's a bathroom and she want me to use it as a classroom bathroom. I said, no, this is our classroom. We're going to use it. We're going to get a stand. We're going to put them there. They're going to use the bathroom. And that's what I did. I make the bathroom a bathroom for the children. I decorate it with little things that kids would love. Seriously. The bathroom was dead. All the building, every bathroom in the building was dead. Nothing was in there. I came and give it life. I said, no, I'm going to show her who I am and let her know that I am worthy of this job. I am worthy. Let me show you how. Let me inspire you. Take that from there. Raise my pay. Acknowledge me. I'm doing everything for acknowledgement and all I get is degrading, bad minding talk. Negative, negative, negative all the way. Hurt, hurt, hurt all the way. My son get into something, yes, she had an idea about it, she was discussing it, and I got mad and tell her, don't talk about my kids. I don't care what they did or who did or what they don't talk about it. I only say it to you because, as I said, we have little puddles underneath us that hurt. We have a hard shell we're carrying, but those little puddles are hurting us. And I had that puddle. And I felt like as a boss, you're supposed to be that. You have to know when. That's why I tell people, I know how to be a boss. Not because I take the class. I know how to be. Because I've seen myself helping other people. They're like, oh, Miss Carolyn, you got such a nice side of you. That they would come and say, you didn't tell us. I said, where you get that from? Nobody. They know that I will never discuss their problem. This is how I know I can be a boss to anyone in any job. Because you can come to me and tell me your problem. I hear it. I give you the best advice. I give you whatever solution if there is one. And I will help the best way I know how. Otherwise from that, not a discussion. To no one else. Not even to myself. If I discuss it, it's at my home with my kids. I'll say, oh, one teacher came to me, da-da-da. And it's then there. Or I don't talk about it at all. Because you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. You're supposed to take that and help the person. In my professional opinion, I pray. I pray for the person. After they tell me things like that, I pray, say, Lord, help them with whatever the situation is. Because I do not know what they're dealing with. I've never experienced that. And if I have experienced it, I will tell them. The point is, we're supposed to help each other, not put people down. Unfortunately, she never told me. And I see there that I'm helping her assistant director now. The assistant director was the lead teacher of that classroom, as I told you. She was the teacher first at the classroom. And she had these 4 kids in there who have problems. One of the boys who have autism, he doesn't even speak. He would run up and down the classroom with a chair and run and throw things around. Now, I stopped this little boy from doing all of that, give him an instructor, tell him how to do things. And a teacher come and say, oh, you take out the joy of the classroom. I said, no, I did not. I put structure in the classroom. What I did is teach a kid how to be. What's his disability? Nobody don't know. I said, he have autism and he has speech problem. He don't look at you. And his thing is to push chair. He loves to help. He loves to lift things. That's the kind of thing he is. And he loves to run around with cars and stuff. So he quicker to do that than anything else. He wasn't even saying a word, not even hello. Now he's saying hi and bye. I teach him words, letters. He knows them. He knows he can count from 1 to 20. Now we were doing 1 to 30. So he knows them. He points at them. As I say them, he points at them. Any number I say, he points. He can't say them. Now he's saying them. He's saying words. He's saying numbers. He's saying letters. He's saying shapes. You know? He's not pushing the chairs around anymore. He put them down when I say, you need to put it down now. We're going to do this. And he will come and do activity. He do stuff. The same teacher, oh, he don't eat snack. Yes, he does eat snack. What I did the first couple of days when I started, I said, hey, I put it in my mouth and I said, this is how you do it. Eat it. Try it. He looked at me. He picked it up. He looked at it. Took his time and he tasted it. By the time I looked around, it was done. He didn't like fruits, but I get him to like some fruits. He would eat some banana. He would eat some orange. He would eat some grapes. Not grapes, strawberries, sorry. He doesn't like grapes and he doesn't like blueberries. He doesn't like a lot of things, but gradually you teach him, he will take his time and eat. One other thing I did for him, cut them up very, very small, and he would eat it. He never used to eat vegetables. Now he's eating broccoli. Now he's eating spinach. Now he's eating carrots. He's eating different vegetables. Not a lot, but he's eating. The point is, take your time with these children. She never took the time out. When the boss see what I'm doing, she come in there want to take over. Oh, I'll do it. When she see how I'll do it's like this woman don't want me to have anything. She don't want me to. It's like, I can't do this. It hurts too much. I'm doing the right thing and you're pulling me down. Then why you call me back to help you? For you to take my ideas because you don't have any. So I'm good. So you're going to take my ideas to do whatever you think it's yours. That's not how it works. Pay me for what you hire me for. I get 4 kids, the toughest class. I have one social emotional. If a child hits him, instead of he tell the child don't hit me or stand up for himself, he run around the classroom and he screams and throw himself down. Social emotional disorder. I have to put up with that. This is a Chinese director where this kid would yell at you and I have to yell back at them and let them know that you yell at me, I yell at you. See, these are what I do. I'm not yelling at them. I strategize. And when I do it, it calms them down. Now, in the class, when I was there, they talk to me calmly. We talk calmly. See, they don't realize that you have to strategize to use these things to help these kids. It don't come easy. This job don't come easy. And I get blamed for things. I'm like, don't undermine me. Don't underestimate me. I'm doing my job. Respect me and appreciate me. I felt unappreciated by all my bosses. The boss before with the girl that was screaming, she's Iranian. Oh, Lord. I never know that they were that ignorant. I mean, you watch the things from their country, you see they're very ignorant people. They're undermining and dirty. They're not better than the Chinese, I'm being honest with you. They're not. The Indians are not easy neither. I never had an Indian boss, but I've worked with a couple of Indian people. They're not nice. So as I said, culture to me, if I have a Jamaican and they're underperforming, I won't say I'll pull them down. I'll help them. The same with the Chinese. She's underperforming, but I was helping her. I don't look at color. I don't look at race. I don't look at culture. I look at what you can do and help you to advance. That's me. I'm that Jamaican who will say, what the backside? You're not doing this right. Let's get this done. What the backside? Come on. Do the right thing. Boss. Boss now does what the backside the boss does, right? No, boss, that's not how you do that. Some bosses don't want to hear from somebody else. Because they thought, are your boss? That's what she would say. Are your boss? I said, I can be and I am. I have the credentials for it. The thing is, no, not only just knowing it. I have courses. I have associate degree in management. I have a degree in management. And I got my bachelor's in it also. The thing is, they don't realize who I am. They think I'm just, The thing is, I won't give her my transcript because of how she treated me. I came back with all intention to give her my transcript, everything. And I'm going to tell you this story. One day I was standing in the gym room with the kids playing around and the teachers were decorating the door and stuff. Every season we decorated. It was around the Christmas season and they were decorating, putting up all the New Year, the Chinese New Year and the Christmas and all of that. So a teacher wanted to read something. I'm the tallest one there. So I stand up and I reach my hand up, tried to help her to get it. The boss came with her disrespectful, said, oh, that's all you're good for. That's all you're good for. You're tall. Good for. I looked at her. I said, I have a lot more than that. You're very disrespectful. From that day, I pull myself away. I say very little. I just do my job and do it right. And I throw it in her face, everything I do. Because when she see how good I was at the kids, she come in and trying to take over like it's hers. She know how to do it. She didn't do. If you know how to do it, these kids are there this whole time. Why didn't you do it then? Why didn't you teach these ladies to do it? You use me. To teach me because you think I'm black and I don't have any sense? And then you underpay me because the pay I was getting, trust me, it's not even close to what I did there. You have child there who know how to pee and couldn't pee. I had to buy the seating for the child to sit and pee and teach them. You know, I when I walk in there, I had 10 kids, 10 or 11 kids. They end up giving me 12. And out of that 12 kids, I have 8 of them using the bathroom. Then some of them leave and new ones come in, right? I left there with 7 to 8 kids using the bathroom. New ones right now using it. They don't wear underwear, but those 8 wear underwear, can go to the bathroom themselves, pull up and pull down their clothes. I did that within 8 months. Within 8 months, I did all that. Social, emotional, throw down himself. He don't scream anymore, but he cries. And once I call him and say what happened, he will talk to me. Took him a while, but he will talk. That's a child who has social emotion, and he also have autism. Because normally, a normal child, when something happened, they tell you right away. Or they would cry, cry, cry till they tell you. Him, on the other hand, he took a while. You have to keep asking the question over and over before he answers you. That's when you know this child have an issue. Okay? And when you try to tell them, you know your job. These teachers don't observe these kids. They don't understand child growth and development. They don't understand health and safety. They don't understand food, how to deal with it. I've seen it. And when I say things, I'm the one wrong. They don't understand the trend of how children work. Every child is different. They don't understand the trend in a daycare center. They don't understand a lot. And I try to teach it, but I ain't getting paid for it. And I was doing it from the kindness of my heart. I wasn't doing it because I want to or because I have to. I do it because I see the need. There's a need. And sometimes it's not about the pay. It's about the goodness. And I don't feel like I don't even feel like they appreciated me. I don't feel like there was a goodness for them. I feel like I was just used for nothing. I was just nothing for them. But I want to leave this with you. When you're a teacher, when you love your job, whatever the job may be, bosses are ego trippers. And to be a boss, you don't be an ego tripper. Be real with yourself and be real with others. Because Proverbs tell us, a wise man will hear. And if you're a boss and you're wise, you will hear. The Proverbs of Solomon, the son of David, king of Israel. This is Proverbs 1 I'm reading. I'm sharing with you. To know wisdom and instruction, to perceive the word of understanding, to receive the instruction of wisdom, justice and judgment, and equity, to give subtly to the simple, to the young man, knowledge and discretion. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. To understand a proverb and the interpretation, the words of the wise and their dark sayings. The beginning of knowledge. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge. But the fools despise wisdom and instruction. My son, hear the instruction of thy father, and forsake not the law of thy mother, for they shall be an ornament of grace unto thy head, and chains about thy neck. Walk not in the way of sinners, my son. If sinners entice thee, consent thou not. If they say, come with me, let us lay wait for blood. Let us lurk privily for innocent without cause. Let us swallow them up alive as a grave, and the whole as those that go down into the pit. We shall find the precious substance. We shall fill our houses with spoil. Cast in thy lot among us. Let us all have one purse. My son, want not thou in the way of them. Refrain thy foot from thy path. For their feet run to evil and make haste to shed blood. Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. You hear that? Surely in vain the net is spread in the sight of any bird. We need to give things to God. Stop thinking that we can do everything by ourselves. just because you believe you have a degree or because you've been doing this job for a long time. Don't think you're the boss. Don't think you're better. I'm doing this job for a long time. I don't think I'm better. I still believe I have growth. A lot of things to grow and learn. And one other thing with me, I love variety. I move around. This is not the first job I've worked. I've worked different jobs. And I've learned different cultures, different how people are. And in my honest opinion, I love culture. So if I was hiring, I'm not going to tell nobody I'm going to choose my Jamaican. I choose people's behavior, how they behave. I had a boss, she was Somalian. And one evening I was heading home. And there was a young man pick up his child and he was heading out with the child. He wasn't paying attention to the kid. He was paying attention to something else. I don't remember what. But he walked and the child hit in the door. And I was about to say, hey, don't you see what your kid is doing? He's hit it. And he going and and I was going, and my boss pulled me back and said, no. No. And I'm looking at my boss like, why? Why not? And you know what she did? If I tell you what she did, you'll be surprised. She called to him by getting his attention. And she says something about the kid and his shoe, which in the shoe lace at the time. And that's how she gets his attention, to pay attention to the child. Sometimes we have to be tricky, because sometimes you tell people what they're doing wrong, they get angry at you. But be tricky about what you do so they can see what they're doing. And then she said, just make sure you guide him from the door so he don't hurt himself. Be careful. Just watch what you're doing. She did it so sweet and so calm. I said, that's a technique I want to learn. So I'm saying to you, it's not about your culture or about the people who you know from because they come from your country. It's not about that. It's how you perceive yourself. And that lady, she's my friend. She hired me because she owned the company. She hired me. We are friends. We still are. I still heal her up now and then. The thing is, she taught me something. See, when I go places, I don't go for the look or it's better. I go to learn. I believe in life. We're hungry for knowledge, and I'm hungered for it. So in places I work or I go around people, I learn from people and I enjoy it. So I want you, hope you enjoy this video. Like it up, subscribe, make your comments. I want you all to learn to understand that we all may be different, but we don't choose our culture, our people over others. Choose knowledge, choose wisdom, choose teaching, choose growth, choose hunger for learning. Just choose good things that make you you. Be blessed. I hope God continue to bless every one of you. And I hope you enjoy the content of my video. And I have more to come. This is my first one. And I hope you all like it. And I just want to help those parents out there to find techniques to help your children. I hope I give some inspirational techniques so it can help you and your children. I hope you all have a blessed and a wonderful day. Bye for now. Where the backside on I do.